So Netflix has a new project out, or coming out, I should say. Surprise, surprise at this point. Well, not really. Netflix, again, Netflix equals more content to watch. But in this case, I'm not sure what this project's going to be. This is called Delhi Crime. It's got an official trailer yesterday as I'm making this video. It's coming out on March 22nd. So we only have 11 days to go, again, with the time I'm making this video. But it's not that long. But according to the Netflix YouTube page for this specific video, this is their synopsis for the project. In 2012, a heinous crime enraged the whole country. Based on the case files of the Delhi police, the story follows the unfailing determination of Varacity. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't. The investigating officer to find the perpetrators of the crime. This time, the hunt is personal. It's kind of like a crime story. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer. I like crime stories. As always, we're going to watch this first, and I'll talk about it more in my condensed review for us watching the video together. Okay. Ooh, based on the opening, that's a beautiful night shot. Here we go.
Side laga.
क्या हुआ?
What happened?
You don't have the details yet, but I don't know, there's just something not right.
Crime has a tendency to be that way.
I am DCP South District.
जी madam.
This crime is not just heinous. It's insanity. We have 2 victims. बस पर 6 लोगों ने पर हमला किया. इस लड़की के साथ जो हुआ है मैंने पहले कभी नहीं देखा. अगर पहले 7 या 10 घंटों में हमने सस्पेक्ट को नहीं पकड़ा तो सारे के सारे गायब हो सकते हैं. विक्टिम की उम्र के सबसे करीब हो. उसकी फैमिली को जरूरत है कि ऐसी किसी इंसान के साथ रहे जिससे वो रिलेट कर सके. Madam sir, I'm not sure if I'm... You can.
If she was my girlfriend, I would have died for her.
We've been ordered to blow the police apart.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
It's about our political masters covering their own hides.
There are greater powers at play.
Sounds like a very
Saying that if you'd done your job, none of this would have happened in the first place.
There is nothing we could have done.
So everyone in the city is wrong.
एक माँ से एक माँ की रिक्वेस्ट प्रॉमिस कीजिए मुझे उन सबको सिर्फ फांसी ही होगी.
I promise. Don't want to ever see a woman in this situation again. Ever.
Well, it's got beautiful credits. What is this project about? Yeah, I'm not familiar. Obviously, something really bad happened, but I'm not totally sure. Well, that's pretty... Wow. So I looked at the IMDb synopsis. According to them, it is based on the true-life investigation about a brutal gang rape in India. That's awful. Oh, my gosh. Ew. The case had enormous impact, paving the way for the introduction of stricter laws so the victim's voice will finally be heard in the developing nation. Don't you just love people sometimes? Just, people are just, drives me nuts. You read stuff like this, it's just so aggravating. Wow. Well, I can say the trailer makes a little more sense now. That's awful. And the fact that they're saying, like, again, it says it's based on the case file, so I'm assuming this is a true story. Wow, that's awful. Yeah, based on case files from the Delhi police. But then they're saying the police are the ones who are trying to hide trying to protect their own hides, as they said. So it seems there's a little bit of deception going on from those people who had the case files too. So there's some manipulation in those files that they're basing the story. I don't know. I think it would Netflix be a little more, or would be more authentic than that. I'm sure their sources are very valid for creating this project. Ugh, wow, but that is really damaging. I mean, having seen shows, I don't tend to watch shows or a lot of them on that subject, but Jessica Jones, I was rather mixed on the project. I said before, I don't think it's perfect. There are a lot of things I didn't like about the series, but that whole struggle that Jessica Jones had with PTSD from the circumstances she endured because of Kilgrave, it was really awful, but it really gave me a new perspective on... I already knew in my head what that was, and it's awful. There's no words to describe how inhumane that is. It's just awful. It's like the mantra side, of us that we should never... Well, Satan definitely has his hands all over this world in many ways, but it's just awful. Awful that people do this. But what I was saying anyways about Jessica Jones, I really like the entire storyline really with that narrative, seeing Jessica Jones having to process that. I mean, like's the wrong word to use in that context. It's really sad, but it gave me this new perspective on seeing the emotions involved and how hard that experience was for her to endure. And it really just gave you this real sense of empathy as you're watching the show for Jessica. Like, you saw that in entirely life, how damaging it can really be to the psyche of somebody who's endured that. It's just awful. I'm not saying this is going to be like a complete, it's a historically based project, it seems like. But the fact that happened, I mean, you read about it all the time on the news, but every single time you read about it, it just makes you more and more angry. It's awful. Just awful. I can only hope that Netflix, is treating this with respect. It seems like they are, based on the trailer. The trailer played very well. It's beautifully shot. I love the opening shot with the night sky there, and then things just kind of go to the downturn of, we're gonna. I hope it doesn't go. I hope they just leave it as an implication based on the story. I hope they don't show anything. I really hope they don't. I can't stand scenes like that, and I would never want to watch that. I never wished it upon anybody else. So I hope they don't go overboard. I think it's enough to give an idea for the story. Sometimes, as I'm saying, like, movies and television shows have the product designers go a little more on the visual when they don't need to. And it's like, we're smart people. We get what happened. We can read about the story ourselves. We don't need to see it. It's just sad that things like this really happen. It just makes you really upset, It's awful. Just awful. Awful. But I can only hope that Delphi Crime treats that story with respect. I hope it's accurate in the events that happened. I hope it's not super accurate when it comes to the presentation of those events. But yes, it definitely looks like a very high quality series. Another new one from Netflix. So the trailer seems, again, very sophisticated. Seems like a very well put together show, at least from what I'm seeing here. So we'll see what happens with this show. I'm not sure if I'll watch it. As I said, it's hard for me to watch shows like this. I mean, I survived Jessica Jones, partly due to me being such an emotional person. Again, I saw that in a very different light after seeing that series. But even times, it got to be too much for me. I mean, so, I don't know. I don't make a habit of watching this show, or these types of shows, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll see it. But for anybody who does, it does look like a very sophisticated trailer, so it seems like you're getting a really high-quality production, another new one from Netflix that seems to really be putting a lot of attention to how it tells the story.